Grand Rising, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone on this wonderful, wonderful, amazing, fine day? Somebody. Let me see here. Let me, oops. Okay. Yes, I needed to pull that up so that I can pull up the YouTube channel as well. Yesterday, we had the Facebook blackout. Oh my gosh, did everybody survive the Facebook blackout? I just posted in the comments, I believe. Hopefully it'll pop up. The YouTube channel. So if anybody over on Facebook is having any issues, please click on the YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe over there, because that is a place that does seem to stream without any issues. Or over in TikTok. Good morning, my teddy bear. Thank you for being here. You and Archangel Michael in the house. Always here getting our back, taken care of, moderating, making sure everybody's behave out there for us. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Good morning, my beautiful sister, Leanne. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here, sister. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I love the turtles. Oh my gosh. I love, Leanne shared a picture of turtles. A turtle. It's just one turtle. But I say turtles because I'm just a fan. I love turtles. They've always been one of my favorites. They're one of my spirit animals. And I think it's so cool because here we are talking about our spirit animals right now, right? So welcome, Grand Rising. Congratulations, Pauline. Congratulations. I seen over on Brother Bear this morning, you won the prize. Yay. And my sister Mary Jo too. Yay. Good morning, guys. Grand Rising, Victoria. Good morning, sister. Thank you guys for being here. If you're new, welcome, welcome over in TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube. Welcome. Thank you for being here. My name's Earth Angel Jamaica. It is a blessing and an honor to have you in this place, space, and time. This is the place where we come together each morning, every day, setting our intention to nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. We take an hour out of our day to focus on the art of self-care, and coming together and giving ourselves some knowledge, some information, learning to grow, to expand, to learn more about not only our energies in the world, but the energy around us. And we are currently talking about our spirit animals. We're learning more about the animal kingdom, about the messages that universe has available for us out there. Not just through using cards, but just through even paying attention to what's happening in the universe around us. Animals, plants, vibrations, paying attention to these vibes and learning what those meanings are is how we start to learn to read the universe, right? We start to translate it and read it and understand how we just got done learning about mastering our energy, right? Learning how with our energy, how we process and how it can work and help us, assist us to understand ourselves better, and how especially animal vibes, We're going to call them those vibes because yesterday the M word, although I found out it wasn't me. I didn't break it. It was Facebook land period just had a problem. So, but we're still not going to use that word because that's not a word that we are allowed to use. So we're going to use the vibes, right? We don't use the M word, but the animal, not M word, but vibes that we're talking about, right? The animal vibes, my beautiful sister Kelly Jones in the house. Thank you for being here, sister, as well, and moderating too. Thank you guys for all you do, helping. There's so much, again, that happens behind the scenes, you guys, by beautiful assistants, the moderators that assist to help make this all happen smoothly, shining the light for everybody. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. So let's dig into the animals. I found it very interesting. For me, because right yesterday we had the dolphin that came up. What I decided we were going to do is, one animal, but spirit always has, it's always like let's spirit. I have a little outline, I give it to spirit, spirit gives it back to me and says, here, how about try this out, right? So what's interesting is last night we had the coyotes. I had the coyotes back last night. Good morning, my beautiful sister Cherokee. Good morning, sister. Good morning. And they were back early last night. And I know that that's a message. That's just right. This isn't the first time, especially in the last few weeks, that we've had the coyote in nature come out. And this is where I challenge you this week and through this next few weeks. Like I said, I don't know how quickly we'll go through this, but there's 50 some animals we're going to talk about along the journey here. So, and maybe more, who knows how that goes. So it's going to take us a little while to get through all these and talk about them, right? But so I challenge you through this to start to learn to master some energy by paying attention to the energies around you and the animals and the messages that they could possibly be bringing you. So because it was coyote, we're going to talk about coyote today. If anybody has something that has come up that they feel really moved in the group to say, hey, I want to know more about this one, right? Bring it up. We'll work our way through it, or just wait for it to come up. If something doesn't come every day, we'll use the cards. We'll go to the cards. But today we're going to use the coyote though, because there's a message in it for all of us, right? That's the way this works. I love it. So I invite each of you to just take this time to nourish yourself, to relax, do a little self-meditation. This is something we've been practicing. Okay, use your breath. Go within. Make sure you're in a safe place to do this. If you're driving down the road, don't get too comfortable. Don't go overboard there. Mind yourself. You know the situation. You're at work. But if you can, allow yourself just to relax. Take a few deep breaths. Allow yourself to allow the breath to take you within, connecting to your infinite source, infinite oxygen that carries the life force energy to each cell through your body. Just practicing that breath with calmness, knowing that breath is life force, bringing calm, joy, peace. And just allow yourself to relax into hearing about the coyote, seeing what resonates. Just let the thoughts come. Listen to the message from the coyote with no judgment. There's no judgment. There's no just no judgment in the thoughts that come. Just allow them to come and thank them and say, okay, and then be open, allowing ourselves to just be open to receive whatever message the coyote might have for us. And understanding there could be more than just one. So when we grab one and we understand that, we still want to stay open and just let it resonate and allow more of it to come to us as we work our way through. So the coyote, the trickster. There are thousands of myths and stories about coyote, the great trickster. Many native cultures call coyote vibe dog. If you have pulled this card, you can be sure that some kind of vibe is on its way, and it may or may not be to your liking. Whether the vibe is good or bad, you can be sure it will make you laugh, maybe even painfully. You can be sure that Coyote will teach you a lesson about yourself. Coyote has many magical powers, but they do not always work in his favor. His own trickery fools him. He is the master trickster who tricks himself. No one is more astonished than Coyote at the outcome of his own tricks. He falls into his own trap, and yet he somehow manages to survive. He may be banged and bruised by the experience, but he soon goes on his way to even greater error, forgetting to learn from his mistakes. He may have lost the battle, but he is never beaten. Coyote is scared. In the folly of his acts, we see our own foolishness. As Coyote moves from one disaster to the next, he refines the art of self-sabotage to sheer perfection. No one can blindly do themselves or others in with more grace and ease than this holy trickster. Coyote takes himself so seriously at times that he cannot see the obvious. For example, the steamroller that is about to run him over. That is why, when it hits him, he still cannot believe it. Was that really a steamroller? I better go look, he says, and he is ran over once more. Contained within Trickster vibes is the humor of the ages. This cosmic joke is not just on ourselves, but on everyone else if they are following Coyote or have strong Coyote vibes. Someone like this may be able to convince others that a skunk smells like roses, but the fact remains that it is still a skunk. Snooze time is over. If Coyote has come, watch out. Your glass house may crash to the ground at any moment. All your self mirrors may shatter. The divine trickster is dogging you, and you may trip. Coyote scratches under his arm. He does a crazy dance. He catches his tail on fire, playing with matches. He jumps in the fish pond to save himself and nearly drowns. Coyote seduces a concrete statue. Coyote thinks he has found a bone, but it is a rattlesnake. Everyone watches the comical scene. Coyote is you, me, booby traps, jet airplanes with toilets that don't work, blind dates, and all the humorous and whimsical things we encounter along life's way. Get ready for more laughs, lots more. Go immediately beneath the surface of your experiences. Ask yourself, what are you really doing and why? Is Coyote your vibe? Are you playing jokes on yourself? Are you trying to fool an adversary? Is something tricking you? Is someone tricking you? Do you want to give the office geek the phone number of a beautiful new secretary? Or do you want to pull a prank on your best friend? When was the last time you did something just because it was crazy and fun? On the other hand, you may not be conscious of your own pathway of foolishness. You may have conned yourself, your family, your friends, and even the public at large into believing that you know what you are doing. But listen, Coyote, you are balled up in your own mechanics. You have created a befuddling, bewildering, befounding trick. Pick up the juggler eye from the ground and put them in the sockets. See through the genius of your acts of self-sabotage. Find it amusing and laugh, trickster, laugh. If you can't laugh at yourself and your crazy antics, you have lost the game. Coyote always comes calling when things get too serious. The medicine is in laughter and joking, so that new viewpoints may be assumed. If you have coyote vibes, you may use it to make stuffy old forges lighten up, to add cheer to a party, or to break a death grip conversation with ease. Look at the positive side of sabotaging noisy questions about personal life. Have fun telling some gossiper that you just returned from St. Topaz in your new Learjet. Oh, Facebook ended the live again. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Well, I just looked up to see that. I should look up a little more. Sorry. Well, guys, hopefully everybody made it either to the YouTube channel or over to TikTok because it is still going in YouTube. I don't know what's up with Facebook, why they want to be such a you'll be able to I don't they totally just shut it down. See how they are? See how they are? That's okay. Guess what else too? Check out the website earthangelsheavensent.godaddysites.com. Our live stream is now up there as well. So you can definitely check us up on there and the new group. I'm going to get into that though in a minute. I want to talk about the coyote now though. Hopefully everybody's there's nothing I can do about the Facebook. So we're just not going to have Facebook today. But the coyote, how is that, right? And what an amazing talk about timing. Here we are. Just got done with this masters of our energies, right? And then now we're in this retrogrades of all these planets being in retrograde. Everyone's seeing the planets. Did you guys see all the beautiful pictures people are posting last night? How clear everything was. Not here for me, but everyone else had some really great shots, which was great. But and right, coyotes reminding us. It serves to remind us as several like this. I love how this brings up, right? Not only a message to ourselves, but it could be something else around us. So beware. There could be some tricks happening. So if there's things going on, then, we can kind of know, like if our gut's like, something feels wonky there, and the coyote's coming in, that could be a warning of like, okay, something's wonky there. Follow your intuition, right? But it's also a dual message reminding us to laugh at ourselves, to understand we are the tricksters too in our own lives, right? Because we are the master manifestors. That's the truth. We're creating everything around us for a purpose. And so we do need to lighten up, quit taking things so seriously. What, coyote, right? Facebook, coyote, there you go. Trickster, what? I love it, Kelly, right? I love it. So exactly. We got to just roll with it, laugh at it. Yesterday, the whole thing crashed, and I thought it was just us. It was the whole thing. Maybe it crashed again. I don't think so. It was probably just us today, but it's okay. You know what? It's okay. That's why I'm so grateful. My team, I've been getting the guidance to create the Facebook page, or sorry, not the Facebook page, excuse me, to get away from the Facebook page as much being dependent on it, using it, but not being so dependent on it, because that was the only place. That's where Earth Angels started, was on a Facebook page. I had no clue in my beautiful human brain at that time how giant this would grow into for me and what this would look like. I just knew I wanted a positive place where people could come plug in to get positive energy 24/7. Started it on the Facebook, but that's where the only connection was. And it was like, okay, we got to start putting something in. We're coming into 5, guys, year 5. On the 17th of November, it'll be 5 years. I can't believe that. I'm like, wow. And I look back on the journey, talk about the retrogrades, right? Being able to look back and kind of laugh at myself along the way, where again, my small perspective of where things were, but learning to surrender and give it to the spirit, give it to great spirit and say, okay, spirit, this is my dream. You give me the blueprint. And by doing that, it has grown into now having that website that is a place, it is a space and place that is, because I know energy and the things I know, it's literally a sacred space that I've been able to put that energy field into where people can come and plug in and get positive vibes, positive energy. I just added on there yesterday the meditation tab, and there's some guided meditations, some old ones. Again, listening to those, I'm like, I love to see where I've come from. I love doing guided meditations. That's my thing. I love it, right? So every Monday, we're going to have a Mentor Me Monday. It's going to be a Zoom call. This is going to be open to absolutely anybody that is on their spiritual growth, on your spiritual path, that wants to grow, that wants to expand, that wants to participate with other like-minded people. I am limiting it to 15 to start because that's a lot in a Zoom room and holding the space. But and it's going to be an open forum for us to come in once the meditation part starts of it. I won't allow anybody else to come in, so it'll be very important that we honor the time, the time of everybody coming in, and stay on point with it. It's open, no cost. It's by donation only, right? But what do we know about tithing? Is what you put into, you're going to get back. So at honoring this time, right? When you come in and you honor the time and the space, you put that energy into that, and being there on time and participating with everybody and honoring everybody, you're going to get that 100-fold back. Just the way the universal laws work, right? So that's the way this is all going to be set up. And we're going to do small little meditations together, open it up for those that want to share. It's a get to, not have to, but to help each other expand, grow. And I just know it's going to turn into a really beautiful, it is already, it's just a beautiful, more intimate space. And it's going to be every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you do have to go to the website, look at the Meditation Monday and click on Reserve My Seat. You'll have to pick the day, then book it. It'll look just like you're booking it, but it'll show zero charge. This is a free space. Once you do that, it gets you registered to be a part of this group. Everybody that wants to participate, you have to register, be a part of, to get the link. This is how I keep it secure and private and limited. For it to be a safe space. So you have to come on and register. And yes, unfortunately, you'll have to register every week to do that if you want to be there. And I do ask that you just do it 1 week at a time, so that if something does come up and you're not able to, be there this coming up week, you hold that space so somebody else can be there. If you, really honor that 15, and think about it, if you sign up for it, that it's really something you want to commit to yourself. Okay, this is a commitment to yourself and to the group, that you're going to say, yes, I'm going to participate on this day. I'm going to be there. I'm going to hold this loving space and be nourishing of yourself, giving yourself, practicing that art of self-care. Okay. 5 years ago, right? Can you believe it? I know I can, because I was there. It started with 1 hour show with Casey, Mary Jo. Yes, Teddy, that's when we started the lives. And you're right. So that we weren't even able to do lives when I started the page. When I started Earth Angels 5 years, it was 2016 in Maui, I started the page. The page started as Earth Angel Jamaica, which is a whole story I need to tell you guys, which is so fun, but we won't get into it today. But talk about divine. Like, I really do need, coming up on the anniversary, I should tell the story about how the Earth Angels name even came about, because it's pretty, it's beautiful. The universal synchronicities, when I look at how things have happened along the way. No, it's okay. You have a beautiful memory, Teddy. I love it. You're right on point. You were the first one. Teddy, you guys, was at he was at our very first show. We had 3 of us. together. We had me, Mary Jo, and Miss Casey. And I think it was our first. I don't know if I think actually, I have to go back and rewatch now, but I think it might have been we had me and Mary Jo once or twice first, but the first one you caught us was the three of us together, and it was right in that beginning. But that's when they just started even allowing us to do lives. Like up to that point, that wasn't a thing. And so when I started, when Earth Angels didn't know the name was going to be that, but when the dream started was back in 2012. 13, 12 or 13, 2013. I had my spiritual awakening. That's what it was. 2013, had my spiritual awakening, like a divine 2x4 upside the head. And at that point, I just wanted to create a space that was a positive vibes, positive energy that anyone could plug in 24/7. Because if you turned on the news, especially where I was in Florida at that time, it was constantly negative. There was nothing positive. Like you could not find a positive newscast. It drove me insane. I was like, this has got to stop. Like this is just feeding the world filled. Like it's just, I could see, and this was before I really understood energy or any of this. I could just see it was feeding the world. And so my prayer became every day after that awakening, especially because I was constantly in contact with source after that, I got it. Was to be the light and to create a space. And at that time, all I could think about was like a magazine or a newspaper, because again, we didn't have this type of live deal and cameras and videos. It just wasn't the same then yet. We were moving quickly into it. It seems crazy to say it like it wasn't that long ago that we weren't there, but really we weren't, especially after the big crash yesterday. Like, how many people like do live streams? That's what was interesting. It was right, but this wasn't long ago. We didn't have this available. So to be sitting here today, live streaming in 3 platforms and having a website that is now specifically designed and that space where people can plug in 24/7 to get positive energy. You can go do meditations. There's free meditations there. Everything we're adding staff has been added. Art, there's just lots of things you can plug into there. You can get 24/7 plus the tools. All the tools are available there. You can, it's just, I'm in awe. That's all. Okay. Absolute awe at how big spirit has taken it and just do right. All right, guys. I'm chatty. It's definitely, you had on a leather jacket at the time. Look at you, Teddy. I don't even remember. Like I'm like, me, yeah, okay. I definitely, that's a possibility. I love it. I love you, Teddy. You guys, I gotta go grab our magazine. I left it in the living room. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second. All right. Well, our animal today was the coyote. Looking at ourselves, Trickster. If anybody has an animal they would like me to look up this week, throw it at me and we'll talk about it maybe tomorrow. Or we'll let the cards pull. Totally up to you guys. I definitely have nothing happening over here in the, I maybe have some people watching. Maybe they'll be going, hopefully. Facebook totally shut us down. They're like, nope, not today. But our YouTube definitely tomorrow. Okay. Or we'll let the cards pull. Totally. Okay, at least our YouTube is definitely going, and we definitely have our beautiful TikTok going. So yay! All right, guys, I'd like to share with you part of the spiritual practices, minding our minds, looking at our food for thought. The fox came out for a visit for Leanne. I love you said that. You know what? Fox came to me this morning. When did it come? I'm so funny. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, fox is another one. Fox. Let's go with fox tomorrow. We'll look up the fox tomorrow. So fox will be it. Foxy, foxy. All right. So I'd like to share with you guys part of the spiritual practice that I like to use is the Spiritual Mind magazine, A Guide for Spiritual Living. This comes from scienceofmind.com. You can get your own subscription. It's $5 a month. It's one of the tools, right? That's what we're about on here, is nourishing ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. To quote Wayne Dyer, if you change your thinking, you can change your whole life. When we start looking at our thinking, we can really understand why our life is the way it is, because it's done onto us as we believe. And what we feed, our thoughts are power, our thoughts are vibes, they're energy. And what we are, this processing center. And as we send that energy through our thoughts out into the universe, the universe doesn't know the difference between good, bad, you like it, you don't like it. This is really, you meant this, but this is what you're saying, right? Like it just reads what it reads. It's a processor too. It doesn't have the emotion attached the way we do. It doesn't process in that way. It just manifests. That's how come we're the master manifestors. But that's how come we get free choice, right? And it's important that we do mind our minds and look at how we process what we're thinking about, how we're thinking about it, right? Okay, look up the horse, the crow. The horse, the crow, and I don't know what the other, the three, the B3, bear. Okay, I'll write a list here. So we want horse, crow, and bear. Okay, that's our list so far. I'm down. I'll just go one day at a time. And red-tailed hawk. Okay. I love you guys. These are all my jam. I just love you guys so much. You're all amazing. You are all so amazing. Okay, so far we'll go with fox tomorrow, and then we'll just go down the row every day. And sometimes if we have time, we'll get two in there. We'll see what we got time for. But the fox, the horse, the crow, the bear, the red-tailed hawk is what we got so far. The raven. Yes. I think the raven and the crow might be in the same category, but I could be wrong about that. So we'll look. We'll find out. It's on the list. I had 5 ringed necked doves. 5 ring necked dove. Now that's I don't even know if I've seen a ring necked dove. We have white doves here. Gray doves. Like white gray. Do I know what that looks like? That sounds beautiful. Wow. Okay. So it's definitely not September 27th. This is not the proper magazine. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I grabbed the wrong magazine. I was like, oh, there it is right there. Let's try again. How about we go into this month's magazine? I have to say, too, cranes. Okay, I'm definitely adding cranes to the list because paper cranes. And starlings. That's funny. Okay. I have been seeing these paper cranes. If you look, the cover of this magazine this month is a bunch of paper cranes. It says 1,000 cranes emerging to oneness, right? And I thought it was spectacular because we just came out of the crown chakra, right? Which is 1,000 possibilities into this. And then literally, again, talking about seeing the signs, reading the universe. I've been seeing paper cranes, and specifically paper cranes, all over. I've seen them in like 3 different shows now in the past 2 days. There's a sign there. I got figured out for me. It's something in there for me. Maybe somebody else too, because there's a reason it's coming up, right? But when we learn, these are why when we start to learn to master, we don't have to like beat ourselves up to try to figure it out. But I guarantee if I look up the crane and I start to do a little research myself today on this, it's going to register and make sense of what this is saying. I'll get back to y'all on it. Okay, so we are on Tuesday, right? Yes, Tuesday. Oh, Miss Karen, it's let's see. Can we possibly, how can I do this? Miss Karen cannot get into the, oh, I know what to do. Hang on, let me just send a link really quick to Miss Karen, you guys, because she's having trouble getting in. I'm going to send her to the YouTube. Okay. Boom. See? Dun. Hopefully I can get her. Hopefully that will get to her. I had to send it in Messenger. So, all right. So today we are on October the 5th, Tuesday, October the 5th, and we're talking about the spiritual law of forgiveness. Yeah, forgiveness. And why? Why do we look at these four spiritual laws that we do talk about every day on here, right? We focus on these four. When I ask Spirit if I am on the right path, I see a small moth every time. Boom. I love that. And so my recommendation is, do you get it? I don't even have my question is the message in full to you? Or, and can there be more? Yes, right? We could get it and then it'd be even deeper. So have you researched the moth, the small moth, or that particular moth? And it doesn't even have to be the particular, but just moths sometimes, right? Just like getting a little deeper and understanding what the full, maybe there's more than we should, like before the coyote. How often is the coyote? For me, that coyote has a beware out here and laugh at yourself. It's the more than one message. It's all right. I love it. Miss Kelly says, I God it. I got it. That's the way we do it, right? When we connect with spirit and we ask for the answers, we know we don't got it, right? She don't got it. She got it. God. I love that. Love you, sister. I love it. Okay. So we're talking forgiveness today too. And I love it because somehow spirit always does tie this together. Maybe it'll be different this week. It's been a little wonky week. Who knows? Let's see. I don't know. But and it is a little different because this magazine, normally we have two different quotes and they're mixing it up on me. We only have a quote from one person this time and a short little paragraph in each one this month. So our quote comes from Arthur Eddington. Something unknown is doing we don't know what. Oh, that's a good one. I love when these do this. See the little thought, like, right? Get your brain like, wait, what? Hang on. Hang on. Repeat that. Those in the back. Something unknown is doing we don't know what. Okay. Here is one of the apparent riddles of the universe and of our own existence. Are we living in a spiritual universe? The extreme idealist will say we are living in a spiritual world in a universe of pure ideas. All is mind. There is nothing else. The extreme realist will say we are living in a material universe in which mind plays no important part and in which spirit, viewed as infinite intelligence, plays no part. Between these two positions, there appears to be a gulf that cannot be bridged. If we are living in a universe of spirit or mind alone, then the material universe is an illusion. If we are living in a material universe alone, then mind or spirit are fantastic co-coherence of our imagination. But how can mind be a fantastic co-coherent of our imagination since we are using it this moment? How can the material universe be an illusion unless mind itself is an illusion and unless all is illusion? And how can spirit or universal intelligence be a myth unless we, it, the material universe, and all of our mental reactions are but dreams? And to complete the argument, how can there be a dream without a dreamer? The gulf is easily bridged if we conclude that the spiritual, mental, and physical do not contradict each other, are not divided against each other, but are one in essence. They have one source and function according to one great body of law. Let us create this new synthesis in our imagination and see what we have. From Discover a Richer Life in 1961. I love it. I'm one of the most unmaterialistic people I know. See? All right, here's our affirmation for the day. Wisdom shines through my thoughts and actions. Wisdom shines through my thoughts and actions. I love that. And I have to catch up. I'm a little slacking on the affirmations. I apologize, guys. Been getting the website going and the meditation group going, and I'm getting there slowly but surely. And it's been yesterday was technical issues, and today still too. Even getting on here, I had to reboot my computer twice before I could come on today. I'm not surprised that Facebook is giving us some issues. Hopefully Miss Karen found us. I did tag her. She actually asked me, Miss Kelly, also, I'm going to send you her email. She asked me to be the bridge. She would like to connect with you, but I don't give out information, but she's okay with me giving you hers, and that I'm okay with doing. So I told her I would send it to you, and I'll email it to you so you have it, so you guys can connect. She just, again, yesterday was a big wake up too, right? A lot of us went, oh no, let's get each other's phone numbers. Let's make sure we connect another way. This is why the web page as well, guys, is going to be important, because that's going to be a space where we can connect besides the Facebook. But I think it's a good idea, those of us that really want to connect, to, get some emails, maybe just some phone numbers for emergency purposes. Although, right, look, everybody's even on cell phones nowadays. What would happen if all the cell phones went down? We wouldn't even have there wouldn't even be a way to call anybody anyway, right? So it'd be interesting times. It could be. We never know. We're so reliant on this technology today. It's a very interesting wake-up call yesterday, and doing this, walking back and looking at where Earth Angels was 5 years ago and where it is today. And what we can do. Being in 3 platforms streaming simultaneously is mind-blowing to me. And then we're working on, there's more platforms. Like, there's other platforms I could be in that I'm learning still and figuring out how to cross and do. And so it's like, wow, right? Yeah, landlines. There are some landlines still in the world. We do have one here just in case. Shortwave radios. We used to have those. Everybody used to have one of those to be able to communicate. I don't know if a lot of people wouldn't even know what those are nowadays, probably. I don't know. Kind of interesting thoughts, things to think about. Those ancient things, Keep them, right? Yes, keep those landlines for sure. All right, guys. So forgiveness. The spiritual law we talk about is forgiveness. Monday, tithing. Tuesday, forgiveness. Wednesday, goals. Thursday, life purpose. And why do we focus on these? Because when we look at these are how we come into balance, bring into balance the spiritual laws. Just like there's gravity, and we know every morning when we wake up, when we wake up, do we get up and get out of bed expecting the ground to be under us? Do we stop and go, oh boy, I hope it's there. I hope everything, right? No, we know that the laws are in effect. We've learned these. We learned these from the time we come out the gate about gravity and how to manipulate and to maneuver and to use gravity, right? It's one of those laws. It's a universal law that is in effect, that is what it is. And there are spiritual laws that are in effect in the universe, the unseen, creating those seen, right? Those laws. Nobody can see gravity. We can't see it. We just don't, right? There's spiritual laws as well. And that's why we take a look at those, because these spiritual laws, when they are in balance, and we are in balance with these spiritual laws, we come to the balance of our prosperity. We understand prosperity in a different level. then we are even able to, if these things are out of balance, because they're about frequency. It's about coming into alignment with ourselves, with our original spiritual blueprint, which is divine prosperity. And if you're not familiar with prosperity, I invite you to Google it and look it up, the definition, and look up the words associated with prosperity. Those are the things that come to us when we are in spiritual alignment. Milk and honey. And I haven't looked that up yet, Teddy, but I was thinking about it yesterday because I have a lot of bees around here, and I was really thinking about why milk and honey would be under the prosperity. And another thing that came up to me is what a rich, nourishing food honey really is. Honey is one of the most nourishing foods on the planet. For us physically, the antibodies and the probodies and the pollens and really it carries so much to our bodies. It's pretty amazing. So I think it's just it's again that it's on the price less scale, really, and so it's over there in that prosperity, success. Milk and honey, joy, peace, harmony. These are words associated with prosperity. And those are the things that we truly, truly, at least me, those are the things that I'm seeking. When you look up the word lack, the words associated with lack, need, all of these, those are the things that I'm not wanting to create. I want to change the thought pattern. I want to look at these things in a different view, but enable to do that, these spiritual laws, when we come into these spiritual laws, we get that different viewpoint, right? And this is why forgiveness is important to look at. That's what came to mind yesterday. We said very nourishing. Yes, right? Very nourishing. It's super nourishing. It's just such a nourishing in all forms. It is vibes, not the M word, but it is vibes. It really is in such a mind, body, spirit form. It's in so many levels, right? Because what do we know when we're taking in these very nourishing, high vibe foods? It assists our energy fields, which brings us into those alignments that we're talking about. So forgiveness. Why forgiveness? Why forgiveness? Because forgiveness is the tool that we hold. It's the key. It's the key to releasing regret, right? We get that energy when we have regret back here about something. We're holding on to resentments, resend me, anger, frustration, these negative vibes that we don't want to deal with, that we lock up and we push away over here. We put away the key and we're never gonna, they did me wrong. It happened here. We're gonna, resentment, angers, all of those things. That's energy that we are lugging around with us through our life. Let's lug this suitcase of stuff around, and we hold the key right here to unchain ourselves and really let it go, because it's not affecting the other person. Us carrying that energy around is literally like us drinking poison every day and expecting them to feel the results. And they're not. We're the ones feeling it. We're lugging it around, and we hold the key, which is forgiveness. And a lot of us don't want to do forgiveness. We don't even want to talk about forgiveness because we're under this belief of forgive and forget and everything's okay. And it doesn't work like that. That is not what forgiveness means. Forgiveness by any length is not saying that something is okay. It's not saying something was acceptable. It's not saying that you are allowing this to ever transpire within your world again. Doesn't even mean that we have to necessarily even have contact, period, with a person, place, or thing that we need to have this forgiveness for. What it means is that we understand our value and that we're worth more than lugging this junk around and continuing to live in that. We're not going to give our energy away anymore to that. And we understand we hold the key, and with that is the forgiveness, to let it go, to say, nope, you know what, I'm done. I'm releasing this back to the universe. I'm releasing this back to the great spirit, to the universal energy flow, to know that I can disconnect from this, letting it go. And I've learned a lesson from this. I do understand that I now will recognize this energy if it comes at me again, and I won't let it in my field, right? We learn the pattern. We learn and see so that we don't pick up that energy again. We don't have to, we can set our boundaries. This is how we learn to set our boundaries, is through these experiences, right? But we have to let go of it so that we can put up a boundary around it. Otherwise, we're just still dragging around the same thing. Nope, right? The boundary. On Facebook, we have to speak in code, Teddy. Yeah, that's why, yeah, I'm speaking in code. If anybody, the M word is, and we're calling it vibes so that we don't get dinged because they think we're talking about other things, you know, they don't understand it the way we do. So, all right, guys. So forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Let's find out what the cards have to say about how forgiveness, especially in this time of retrograde. And I'll tell you, the biggest one we really need to forgive is ourselves. We are so hard on ourselves. As a whole, as humans, we've taught ourselves to be so hard on ourselves. We judge ourselves worse than anybody could judge us. Like, you know, well, that was definitely okay. You're coming out for sure. I don't care how bad anybody's judging you out there, really. I mean, there's somebody, their opinion is none of your business. Your opinion of me is none of my business. But my opinion of me is all of my business. And when I'm judging myself so hard, right? Like, and look at that. Think about how hard, like, I guarantee in my past, from a different viewpoint of where I was before I come into this forgiveness and understanding, I could judge myself 10 times harder than anybody else could on this earth, this planet. I had the most effect on me when it came to that. And having to understand that I am a spiritual being, having a human experience. And when, you know, one of my mentors, the best thing that she told me, especially when it came to this forgiveness work, God bless her. I love her so much because it's true. And I don't know a person on this planet that this, I don't know. I haven't come across one yet. That along our journey, every choice that you've ever made in your life, rather the result be good, bad, ugly, indifferent, in that moment, did you make the choice that was the best choice for you? The highest good, the best choice in that moment with what you had to work with, especially as moms and women, we judge us, right? With the tools you had, did you make the best choice in that moment? And I can honestly say, yes, there's never a time, right? I can look back and intentionally, did I self-sabotage myself? Was I intentionally like, oh, I'm going to screw this one up because I know I'm in fear here. So I'm going to, no, like never did I do that, right? I can look back and see like, yeah, that was, I made some, of course we've all made some choices that were not the best choices looking back, knowing what we know now, but we didn't know then what we know now. So how dare us try, you know, like no, like have that compassion and understanding and thankful, right? Like we're kind of ungrateful to ourselves when we are judging ourselves in that way, rather than being grateful to ourselves for walking that journey, having that experience so that we can be the people we are, that we've gathered, we've processed, and here we sit with now that knowledge, and we understand that we hold the power and we get to make choice, and we don't ever have to make those same choices again now because we've already had that experience. We don't need to judge ourselves for it. We love ourselves for it. Flipping that around, the perspective on it, that's where that forgiveness comes in and helps us. Hummingbird, deer, buffalo, turtle, spider, and snake. Hello, Victoria. Holy cow. Let me write those down. Thank you. I love it. We'll definitely. Hummingbird, deer, buffalo, spider. I love you said spider. Spider has been coming to me. I love spiders. I really do. I save them all. I never kill a spider. I save them. I rescue them. I put them outside if I can. If not that I haven't accidentally, on accident, really. I sometimes, you know, out of fear reaction, I've accidentally, and then I feel so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. But anyway, they're good medicine, good vibes. I mean, we don't say that word. Sorry. Oops, my bad. All right, we got 5 minutes. Here I go again. See how I am? All right, so first off, this just came popping up, which was the same one as yesterday. So I'm going to pull another one too. But right, we're talking about forgiveness, and this literally is saying focus on your priorities. Again, Spirit is saying this is the time to focus on you, the art of self-care. That's what we talk about here. This is a priority. On your spiritual journey, this is the priority, is starting to focus on yourself as a priority. Telegram comment. Telegram comment. I seen the comment saying, I hope Jamaica sees the Telegram comment, but what Telegram comment? I don't know where the Telegram comment is at. Oh, wait, hang on. I just seen it up there. Hang on. Spirit message tapping in what? Telegram. I got it. I like that. Telegram. I got it. I love it. A Telegram. I love it. Okay. Whoa. There it is. 2 cards flying out. Oh my goodness. Here we're talking about it. Here's backing it up, right? So why is this important that we do this work, that we do this forgiveness work, especially to ourselves first, right? And then we forgive others. And actually, I'm going to be adding on the website the Ho'oponopono prayer for forgiveness work. It is not up on there, and yesterday that was one that I didn't get to yet. But when you go to the Earth Angels heavensent.godaddysite.com, you will, on the top, there's it says the Brew Crew, where you can get the live feed and little tabs. Go to the more, because I ran out of room across the top, and see meditations. That's where you can click and go find these meditations that I'm talking about. There's 3 guided ones that I've done previously. There's like short ones, there's a short one, a long one, and a medium one. But I'm going to add the Ho'oponopono prayer in there as well. And that's also the space where you'll see a rose bloom where you are is the, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm in a meeting. Oh, okay. Bloom where you're at, and then you can click to reserve your spot for that Monday meditation, Mentor Me Monday deal. I lost my train of thought there, guys. Sorry, I got sidetracked because I keep seeing the Telegram, couldn't figure out the boom tapping in. Because you are a Telegram, right? You're tapping in. I love it. I love it. Okay, so get refocused. I don't know where I was right there. I just totally went. Whoop. It's the energy that I'm riding away. So the 2 cards that came in is declutter. Why is this important? Why? You'll feel better and more focused if you take the time to clear away the clutter from your living and workspace. I think we live in this temple. This is our living and workspace. We're looking at the art of nourishing ourselves, self-care, right? So declutter, this forgiveness work. This is why it's important for us to do this. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. And then a reminder to speak the words of abundance, right? We were just talking about literally looking it up and look at the words that are associated, not just with abundance, but I'm going to challenge you to look up prosperity. Because guess what, guys? This is something for me. This is just what came clear for me through Spirit. I like the Telegram, right? Through Spirit speaking to me, with me, was, hey, Jamaica, you got abundance mastered. You might need to take a little look at things, because I spent, I don't know, a good 2 years really focused on manifesting abundance. Now, in my mind, right, I wanted more money. I wanted security. I wanted my house. Right? In my mind, this was abundance. This was what, right? So Spirit, I want abundance of this stuff. This is what right? I was focused on abundance. And then what became clear was I was great at abundance. I had an abundance of a need, right? I needed more money. I felt like I needed more money. So guess what I manifested? A need for more money. I had more bills. I had an abundance of bills. I had an abundance of need because I was focused on the need part, right? That abundance. I had an abundance of the things that the need, the thing, right? So it was the shift of, oh, wait, okay, prosperity. That's when Spirit said, how about you look up prosperity? Because the word need and an abundance of need was literally feeding the lack. I was feeding the thought process of lack. So when I looked that up, prosperity is that success, the joy, the peace, the harmony, the security, right? All those things that I thought I needed to create that, what I wanted was really security, peace, joy, harmony, right? See the difference? There's a difference in vibe, a difference in frequency, a difference in feel. So when I shift the words and the thoughts from abundance, I'm not just focused on abundance, I'm focused on an abundance of prosperity. And I'm leaving that to Spirit because I know Spirit will bring it to me in fun, magical ways that I don't need to give the blueprint. Spirit gives me the blueprint. I give the dream to Spirit. Spirit gives me back the blueprint day at a time, one day at a time. It's a shift. And it's since I've shifted that thinking, the sky is no longer my limit. The sky is my springboard to the unlimited possibilities of the universe. Words of abundance. Spirit's literally saying, mind your words. Mind where this is going. This is a priority. Declutter our thoughts. Declutter those vibes. Declutter. Look at, mind your mind. Go through. Do some clearing house. Get rid of that junk that isn't serving you, that isn't working anymore. Forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Let go. Quit lugging around the junk, the anger, the resentment, the guilt, the frustration. Why? Is it serving you? No. It's not serving them and it's not serving you. Words of abundance. Look at your words. Look at where your energy is going to. Watch and you'll see how powerful you are when you start looking at your words and what you're creating in your life. You will see how powerful a manifester you truly are. And the way we step into being a master manifester is when we start manifesting consciously the things that we really do want. And we're not just manifesting unconsciously. Because we are the manifestors, period. That's just what we are. It's learning our power. I love it. You guys, I love it. Tried to share the link, but it won't work. Thank you, Leanne. I tell you, I don't know what's going on. It is completely the internet world right now. It's just going funky. And I think, we have all these planets in these weird alignments and not even weird alignments, just different. Obviously, we have pictures of it. I love that. So we could see that things are just, it is what it is. It's all perfect divine, right? Is this an old site? I don't know, Teddy. So Earth Angels Heaven Sent GoDaddySites.com. If you go to the Facebook page, you can click on it. It'll take you right there. Or if you look in the bio, I have it listed what it is. That is the new page. It has me. It has Miss Karen on it. It's the team members on the front page. It has tabs on the top where you can go. You'll see Brew Crew, essential oils. I have a tab if you're looking to get any of the essential oils. They're right there. Meditation's been out there. The YouTube channels there. Like all the links, everything's in one page. Products are there. It's where you can book a session. If you'd like to get a Reiki energy session is available through there. I have half-hour readings, 1-hour readings available, intuitive. I have aromatherapy sessions available where we can talk about essential oils and line you up with some things if you're wanting some holistic health advice in that area. So yeah, it's just a everything site. So hopefully did you see it? Bookie. Yay! Good job. Thank you, Teddy. Thank you. So Teddy figured it out. So like I said, if you want to join the Monday meditation, you do need to go to the website, go to the meditations tab. You'll see the beautiful pink rose bloom where you're planted. That's your little sign there. You'll see it. And it says reserve your seat. Click on that and it'll take you to the services. Click on the meditation and then pick your day. Which Monday. And like I said, I asked that unless you really know for sure you're going to be there, only reserve out 1 week at a time and know that you're going to be there and understand that this is a sacred, honored space that is limited to 15. And by you taking that, it's holding that space. So once we cap, somebody else can't join. And so I do ask that you just honor that sacredness of this being it's open to everybody that agrees in the honoring and respecting of each other, understanding we're all in our own journey, our own path. Everybody's experience through the meditations are going to be unique and to themselves. And I ask that after the meditations, if you're open to share in the group, but you only share about your experience so we don't cross talk about others' experiences, so that we feel safe and it's open. And it's just a place that we can grow and expand, and um, it's gonna be great. But I just 1 week at a time, reserve it if you can, and that is where you'll get the link. Once you reserve your spot for the Monday, you will get an email with a confirmation, and it'll say right there, join the meeting. That is going to be your pass, your way to get into the meeting, and it's going to be every Monday, at least through till the end of the year. So I only held the space between now. It's going to be 3 months, October, November, and December, and see how this goes and what we're looking at. So reserve your space, and 6 p.m. West Coast time, and we do start prompt. I'm going to give people probably about 5 minutes to get into the room, so we have a little bit of opening with that. And then once that happens, I'm going to close the room to anybody, even if you have that reserved, because I don't want the meditation to be interrupted. And it's going to be about, again, honoring the space and honoring everybody's time. So it's a not being mean to anybody. It's an honoring of everybody by doing it that way. Okay. So get the planets in order, y'all. Will ya? They're wrecking too much havoc. I tell you, Miss Karen, I feel you, right? That's what Spirit was like. Just take this week nice and calm. Like, this is going to be a just go with the flow week. Even yeah, it is. This is just you guys do your best to go with the flow. Do the tools, use your tools we practiced over this last 8 weeks. We learned all these beautiful tools. We learned our energy system, being one of them. Karen, you're not the only one that's having trouble. Facebook actually shut us down completely again today. Yesterday, I thought it was us, but it was the whole network. Facebook completely crashed. Today, I don't know. Maybe it's just us, but that's why I hope you got I see that you have joined us from the YouTube. So I'm glad you finally found it. I did send it in the messenger, but again, that's been wonky. So it's hiding from you. The website, Teddy, is that what you're saying? Is the website's hiding from you? Tomorrow is the last day of Mercury retrograde, sister. Yay! Tomorrow's the last day of Mercury retrograde. See, things are going to start. Well, I would like to say I feel like there's still going to be a few more days, even beyond tomorrow. I don't know them. I don't claim to be an expert. This is just going by my own intuitive, not even like a warning, right? The coyote, right? Again, the coyote coming in today has been like, guys, just laugh it off. Laugh it off, laugh it off, laugh it off, laugh it off. Ha 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 ha. Take it for what it is and understand that everything is always divinely conspiring, right? It is conspiring for us. It is. Not the way we want sometimes, but it's best for us. It is. The coyote, Miss Karen, I know you are just joining. Today the animal of the day was coyote, which is reminding us that we are tricksters ourselves and to take that look inside at the trickster self, and to laugh, to remind us to just laugh at this stuff. We really just have to laugh and keep that laughing at ourselves and forgive, right? Forgive the retrograde. Amen, Kelly Jones. Yes, Miss Kelly Jones said, forgive that retrograde. That's right, right? We have to have forgiveness. Forgiveness. Ourselves. Looking at the retro, looking back, how we communicate with ourselves, how we handle things. We're Again, remembering to be kind to ourselves, you guys. I'm proud of all of us. Every one of you guys. Look at how far we've come just in 8 weeks. Look at how far we've come in the past year. Look at how far we've come in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Again, 7 years, we didn't even have live feeds like this. This wasn't even a possibility. And now here we sit in 5 different platforms, in different countries, globally united, learning, expanding, growing together. We get caught up sometimes. It's easy to get caught up in and forget to really love ourselves and to congratulate ourselves. And instead of holding those resentments and angers and frustrations, to love ourselves and be gentle and really pat ourselves on the back, man. You guys, we're living through the most spectacular times in all of history right now. This is a there's a huge global consciousness of elevation shifting happening globally right now, and we're all a part of it. Each and every one of us doing this little bit of work is bringing into alignment this consciousness, this elevating. So booyah. I am a new me over the past 3 years, Miss Kelly Jones, right? Girl, I'm telling you, if you would have looked at, again, even 10 years ago, you take me back 10 years. The girl that's standing here before you is a completely different person. And all good. Like I was a great person then too, looking back, but I'm totally different today. And it's like, wow, things that I believed then, I know aren't true anymore for me. And I believe different today, being open and expanding and growing, right? It doesn't make those things wrong back then. They were great for me at that moment because they brought me, right? It was like pick your own adventure. Brought me that choice, spring loaded me over to this choice, and then this choice, and then that, and then right? Totally different. We always are. Booyah, right? I love you guys. Congratulations to you guys. I know you guys are all shifted too. I see it. I feel it. We feel it in the group here as we expand, as we share. You guys are amazing. Okay. I am way over my time. Not way, but kind of. Yeah, or divine, I guess. Okay. I love you guys. I'm going to zip it though. I really am going to zip it. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to talk about tomorrow the fox. Fox is on deck tomorrow, and then we're just going to go down our list. Y'all are picking it, but I mean, we're not even going to need the cards, but pretty soon we'll get through all of them. If they're not in the cards, we'll do a little research. Hello and goodbye, Berta. We'll see how you are. Love you. I know you were just wrapping it up. We need to chat. Let's chat. Okay, guys, I got to get some food in me too, and I have school today, so I love you all. How does such a little planet have so much power, right? Yeah, such a little planet, right? That's a great, I love you just said that, Karen. Oh my gosh, I love you. And then think about yourself as a planet and how powerful you are. Because we're like little mini planets in the universe. We operate all in the same way, right? I love that. Like when you said that, I just like, yep. And then look at these little mini power plants we all are. How does that much power get in that little bitty thing? I'm going to eat. Okay, I love you. Love you guys. I will see you tomorrow, 8:30 a.m.